Hello, welcome to another one. Now, I've got an interesting one. How am I going to approach this? Right. Say if you go to the supermarket, right, and you're a Marmite addict, what do you go for? You go for the Marmite, right? Say if you go to the supermarket and you're a Guinness addict, what do you go for? The Guinness, right. Say if you went to the supermarket and you were an innocent gun addict, what would you go for? The innocent gun. There it is, bless you. Right. Now, the reason why I'm saying this is because certain brands have certain kind of like certain dominance over their styles, if you know what I mean. You know, Guinness is Guinness, it's a stout, it's great, right? Even though brewers out there make other stouts. Marmite is really on its own, right? And Innocent Gun, up to this point, they've really been on their own. Until now. Boys and girls, Theakston's Distillers Cask. There you go, boys and girls, 6.5 ABV. There's the back, there's the front. Right, what I'm going to do now, I've got the old Innocent Gun bottle. Distillers. I'm going to read what it says on the Distillers, yeah? Right. It says, a classic full-bodied ale from Theakston's with flavours of Speyside malt whisky, creating delightful caramelised fruit-flavoured beer with hints of vanilla and honey, culminating in a warm, smooth, lingering finish, one for old acquaintances. Right. Innocent Gun Original. Smooth Scottish beer with hints of toffee, vanilla and oak. Brewed in small batches in whiskey casks. So, is this trying to muscle in on this one? We'll soon find out. I'm expecting it to be a good one. But you think to yourself, if you had the choice, what would you go for? So let's crack her open, like you do. There is the wonderful old peculiar Theakston's crown. See what we get from the neck. You're getting the vanilla. You're definitely getting bits of honey there. You're definitely getting all the characteristics what this fellow here is famous for. I'm looking at this label here and I'm smelling her, and all these flavours and elements are coming through, you know. You're getting the vanilla, you're getting the honey, you're getting a hint of sweetness there with maybe a slight treacle syrup there. So it smells very similar to Innocent Gun Original. So let's pour out, like we do. It's darker than the original Innocent Gun, I must admit. There's only 0.1% difference in ABV between the pair of them. So let's see what we get. There's hardly any head on that. Look at that. It's a lot darker. That might be down to the whiskey. Again, you're getting that lovely sweet richness aroma. You're getting that beautiful vanilla and honey there. But a little bit different from the original Innocent Gun is what you're also getting is slight more spirit on the aroma. I'll read the back of this. Theakston's Distillers Cask range. The brewer had his unusual point of Theakston's. Like you do. Well, it'd be peculiar, wouldn't it? The cooper from Speyside nursed the dram of his region's finest malt. Like you do. I'm sorry, look. Whenever you've gone into a pub, right? Someone's drinking a, whiskey. You go up to the bar and you order a pint of Theakston's. You're not going to talk at the bar and say, oh, do you want to swap my Theakston's for your whiskey? Anyway, let's go in. I'll take it and see, replied the cooper. In other words, I've just swapped. In unison they sipped each other's drinks. In unison light bulbs lit up in their heads. Bing! What if they explained in unison? Again, unison! The result? Theakston's finest Massam Ale, warmly acquainted with flavours of Speyside malt whisky. The moral? Try it. You might like it. Right, I'll tell you now, boys and girls. Imagine a vegetarian, right? Imagine a vegetarian going into, say, I don't know, your local kebab shop, and they order a vegetarian something or whatever, and you have a kebab, and they say to you, oh, you want to swap? Oh, yes, I'll swap with you. It just don't work, does it? I mean, crikey. Anyway, let's judge this beer on its own. It's darker than the Innis. Anyway, cheers. Actually, it's slightly different to the Innis. Getting rich, very rich caramel notes with a rich dark fruitness here. It's very, very... It feels like a pudding beer. That might sound weird to you. Pudding beer. It feels like a beer which would accompany something sweet as well. It's very sweet. There is a difference, actually, funny enough. I was expecting it to be a rip-off from the Innis & Gunn. There is a difference in this beer. It feels more sweeter. I'm going to go in. More bodied with flavour than the Innis. In the Innis you feel the carbonation taking a bit of the flavour away slightly. With this one you feel the flavour's more important than anything else. So it's not a bad interpretation of, if they, you know, forgive me Theakstons if you're watching this, it's not a bad interpretation of the style of Innis & Gunn. In fact, it's a very good one. And for that you got to applaud them. So boys and girls, Theakston's Distillers Cask. It is an absolute belter. It really is a nice beer. I'll just go in again. Wonderful, wonderful. So, Innis & Gunn, Theakston's Distillers Cask. Buy them both. They're great beers, really are. See you on my next one. Keep it cheesy.